ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఇవాళ మనం సౌత్ లేకుండా న్యూస్ చదువుకున్నాము. నమస్కారం, దిస్ ఫస్ట్ పోస్ట్ యూర్ వాచింగ్ వాంటేజ్ విత్ మీ గుర్రం. Donald Trump has hit top gear with these draft plans. His latest target he slapped at 25% import on America. What does it mean for India? We'll discuss all that. Meanwhile, reaction phase of the world. Next year, we will tell you how may play out for India. In Washington, the storm warns, the war plans leaking and signal rain. Will talk about safely these message apps really are. Also, Europe grand plan, better Russia and sanction they and prepared a 3 day survival hit in Asia. Jing Jiangsun has a new day on religion. Talks enter the scene in the Africa near Houghton chief has designated himself a president. Mass export of babies and Argentina president is loghead with football clubs. All this more coming up. The headlines first. Multiple attacks rocked Pakistan in South Pakistan at least so many people are killed and explosive is a business market in Qatar. The attack took place in multiple districts, Balochistan including Ghada, which is home many Chinese projects. Russia President Vladimir Putin visit India soon. Moscow says preparedness for trip in every last year. President Putin will visit India, and this will the Russia President's first visit to India in 2024. Israel Parliament passes a law to increase political control over judging appointment again. The new laws changes the structure, judicial section, communities, the political. South India sought the tour after the arrest for the vice president and opposition says this the invader and 2018 South Sudan is the world's youngest country. And the United Kingdom will ban ninja sword and similar crime effort for the August posing a ninja's 26 month being steady rising since 2011. Imagine you're walking into a car, barely shape up money, not enough prints or high, whatever the last year. So you ask the salesperson what, and they have just one word as the answer. Tariffs are the one dominating headlines business. This is one of the year 2025. The US President has announced a new secret of tariffs, 25% auto tariffs, and cars goal is to Trump wants to bring car manufacture back to America, wants to boost American job and what what we are going. Trump promised quote unquote this much growth be likes and named in political and economic and relied a little more complimented. First, how tariffs work. This is the tax on import goods and guess who paying them? The export countries is not the important who pay the extra money. Business do not just eat cause they refuse the entire supply overnight. So high tariffs meaningful high cost for you and me and that means the customers pay more and who will these tariffs affect? The US cars making the big three for General Motors and key today and US imported 8 million cars in 224 million trade. It makes nearly half of the sales. Most of these cars makers real heavy and international supply chains. North America, they are operation who face disrupt factories may just shut down temporary cost will strike so that's the first effect party and cars make the second effect party of the American allies like Mexico, Canada, Japan and UE, Korea, Japan. So Trump moved the sharp and massive backlash. Canada is called Iron Code, a direct attack on country. Japan too is upgrading the government as quick to possible rebuild. Tariff Prime Minister Sudi say all operations are on the table. And the last party to face the burn and America customer, this tariff money will come out of their wallet. Price would rise by any more between 4 to 10 million of per vehicles, $4,000 billion to $10,000 billion. So these are losers in Trump's trade war. What do the winners or maybe I should ask there are too many winners will there be one of the Tesla building most of its cars in United States and factories in California and tax finished vehicle just look at the number for last two best electric vehicle in Tesla more why but this year, Tulsa has made lost ground Two other cars were racing in sale. E. Both of cars going to cost more means Thalassa have unhappy confidence, and Thalassa CEO was Donald Trump first buddy. The Imok Moscow, he was asking about this company how get, and he said the tariffs new Thalassa won't be scared about, which means the production cost will rise to them to their compassion which brings us to the question, what does all of this means for India? The auto exportation to United States are limited. In 2023, there are worth $1.5 billion fuel and paint export directly called Jaguar Land over 22% of its sale in the US market. So Tata Motors have affected this tariff. The share were down by 5% today. Next question, what happens next? The automakers crumble lies just begin along and fight over tariff will. Companies moving production stomach hired princess will country. Donald Trump makes his tariffs back at this point. Your guess is has your guess mine. New car buy immediately. Every day, the Trump administration stunk world with a new trade fight, a new confederation. It's classic stock and EU. There is a thing that it's stock and the US system too. It is rising face in sanctions, re-sanctions. American survey come out this month. It's blessed the change of sanctions at 36. Not the only such assessment, major banks and express confident like Distrust Bank and say it is 12.43% change. Distraction Bank GP Mortgage puts the R at 40% tariffs and for this. Of course, Trump is playing down of his. He says there will be no reaction in the US. Become tomorrow. Last month, he gave an interview. His reaction, he tried to stand up the question he asked through the unquote and unquote tradition. Now the market's cash US stock plunged over $1 trillion in just one day because of this that remark. What will recycle the residential boom and relate bullish in tariffs, economic and market. Americans rich even though the economic data tells to rise the US Fed Reserve and its forecast in hit 2.8 this year. The earlier estimation 2.5 shifted to 2.8. Data is quite significant. Growth projects have also taken it and Fed extends the US economy to growth at just 1.7% performance since the year 2011. That's not good headline to have. Plus, business confidence is sleep. CEO, CFOs have good chief final officers. 60% them extends to the another 15% believe it could. CFOs feel the research his can be United States that would the rest of the world have fair reaching convinced it would revive growth economy observes. Next question is how India is poised. Can India handle the American reaction? Broader speaking, it could risk to among the least valuable. Much goes up on the US for export just a little over to 2% compared that to Vietnam 25% of Vietnam exports to the US. So the risk quantum is quite less means less business for exports in Vietnam. Some of Taiwan, Thailand and Northern United States. So even the possible of reaction is bad news for the comparative India is better and what asked about again